Hey guys, and we are back with another video. I know I've been a bit lazy lately, but I got a new little something. There's gonna be a lot of hauls going on, and I'm excited about this one because I am trading in my current Pixel 2L for this beauty, the Google Pixel 4 XL in white. Now, every phone I've owned has been black. Pretty much. It's all just been black phones. So I decided to go out of my comfort zone and get a white phone. Now, it did ask for shipping if I wanted to do express for $18 or just the standard, and I did the standard, and that thing shipped out next day and got here in like 2 days. 2 or 3 days, I think. It's now Saturday. I think I ordered it on like a Wednesday maybe. So definitely was not worth it to get the express. Glad I got standard shipping, but I know there's a lot of controversy about how boring this phone release has been, but it's still, it's still an upgrade to what I currently have. So I decided, it's been my 2 years. My phone's been paid off. Let's get a new one. And that is extremely beautiful. Although I'll say Pixel 2 is pretty good. The only sad thing is I did drop it. So there's like a small crack on it. Other than that, it's still a great phone. And I also want to see how this works since I use it for, okay. I thought that was like a screen protector, but no, it does not come with a screen protector like before. It's a little bit similar to the Pixel 2, but the back is completely different, and it feels really nice. It feels like really soft, but not, of course, not matte or anything. It's not really glossy. But you can't see the fingerprints, so that's surprising. One thing I thought with the white phones, it would get really dirty easily, but that is a beauty. And so what I gotta do with my other phone, I'm gonna go ahead and trade it in. So I'm gonna get my video recording of this beautiful phone now. I definitely want to see how the video and audio records on the Pixel 4, because this will be my new go-to. Instead of buying a dedicated camera, I'm just buying a really good camera on a phone and calling it a day, because I'm not a professional and I'm just doing these for fun. But that is a beautiful phone, even though there's a whole bunch of controversy that they copied Apple, yada yada. Still a pretty phone. And I see they definitely got rid of the bezel down here. It's definitely much smaller. I didn't really care for them. Top one's a bit smaller. They still work for me, but that's really pretty. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and get my SIM card out of this phone, and we'll boot it up. And after we get this all set up, I'm going to go say farewell to this Pixel 2 and send it off. Once you take the little shield off, and this is very similar to the Pixel 2's box, except, well, no, it looks pretty much the same, honestly. I was going to say, except it's a different cable. Not really. You get this SIM card removal kit. Everyone knows how to remove a SIM card by now. And another block, which is pretty much the exact same block you get. So this isn't anything impressive. A new cord. Boop. Mine did get a little chewed up by my rabbit, so there's that. So it's nice to have a backup one once mine gets completely done. And then, but those cords really last, I will say. Even though it's been chewed up, it works perfectly fine. And then, of course, your transfer data cable, which will be fun. Okay, last thing in the box It's just Google Fi. If you use it, I don't. I just use like a third-party carrier on AT&T network, and I'm good to go. $30 a month, and that's what I'm into. But we're gonna go ahead, and now I'll be right back. Alright, the deed has been done. A couple things I've noticed about this phone compared to the Pixel. It is a little bit thicker, so you got a little bit more width. Not width, but yeah, you got a little more thickness on the sides. The sides are completely matte, which is nice. And then the speakers have moved to the bottom. And of course, don't expect a professional review from me, because this is a very casual channel and I'm just showing you my experience of things. So, I'm already at the home screen. I got my SIM card in there that I cut down from a regular SIM card, so it's very old and it works, well, just fine. And then it wants me to connect to a mobile network. If you have a SIM card, insert it now, which I did, so... Alright, so far this has been an experience. For some reason, in the middle of me trying to transfer the data at the startup, it kind of just didn't. And I got to a part where both phones were saying, check on the other phone, and that was as far as I got. So, I ended up trying to detach the cable and seeing if I could transfer any other way, and now I'm just backing up everything from this device and hopefully getting it transferred to this one. Also, on a bad note, also the camera just looks gorgeous, so hopefully the audio looks good too. My hand is covering the bottom speakers, which I'm not used to being there. But hopefully it works out. Another thing that I had a problem with is the SIM card that I did cut up a long time ago, and it worked in all my phones, and it worked in the Pixel 2. Does not work in the Pixel 4. So for some reason, it just doesn't want to read it. So, just a little update and reasons to not take my channel as a serious review channel sometimes. It's just a basic review life experience channel, is that I have the SIM cards flipped around. So what I did was flip it around, and you know what? Everything works. So that's good at least. I'm still waiting. Oh, look how dirty it is. So I also have like lotion on me, and it's like really thick lotion, but a little damage control, well, not damage control, but a little fingerprints, lotion prints, my crack there. There's a little bit of scratch marks. Do not put them near do not put your phone near anything sharp, not even a pocket. Don't accidentally put your keys in the same pocket. Bad things will happen. But my SIM card works, so that scare is done. I'm just gonna wait for the backup to finish and hopefully get everything on my phone, because it's a beautiful phone and I'm just ready to play around with it. This review has been such a mess. Well, not really a review. I'm just taking you guys along. So I finally got it set up. Now the backup idea didn't really work out. The only way I could see to get my old data from my Pixel 2 would be to copy it all onto my computer and then put it in my Pixel 4 that way, which is too much work. So I put exactly what I needed on there, which was just basically my financial stuff, because I like to keep that added up so I can get an idea of where I'm at being broke. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and just use this for a week, and we'll come back and just do how I feel about the phone. Like I said, don't judge me on this as anything professional, because it's not. You're getting the most basic thoughts and impressions here of a normal person using a phone. I'm not an expert. I like technology, that's about it, but I'm not an expert in anything. I'm just sharing my basic experiences. And I'm slowly getting used to this phone, just like this whole thing, that's how you bring up what you opened, and that's how you close it. Just the no back button really throws me off, especially in some apps when I'm trying to go back to something and I can't, and I have to just close out the app and try it again, which there's probably some way I'm supposed to do that. I don't want to be that person that has to look up how to use a phone, because I haven't had to do that before. But yeah, so far it's really, really smooth. It kind of feels a bit smoother than my Pixel X2. I did keep the squeeze Google Assistant on, even though I never used it on the old phone, but I do use the OK Google, which pops up really fast, and it's a really responsive phone. It feels really good in the hand. I will try not to destroy this phone. I have, oh gosh, as I yank it off the table. I do have cases coming next week, as well as screen protectors coming next week. So, by the end of the week, I'm going to try to give my final thoughts and reviews on it. This is the last time you guys are going to be able to see this phone, just because I'm using my Pixel as a camera. Pixel is about to die now. I still gotta wait for the box that they're supposed to send me to return it in, and the shipping label. That still hasn't been delivered, I believe. So I'll keep a looking on that, but right now I can't really return the phone without all that goodness. But I'll at least go ahead and clear it out. I took all my pictures off of it at least. Had to do it the long way, just put it on my computer. And yeah, it's a really good phone right now, and I haven't destroyed it just yet. The camera's pretty, the phone's beautiful. I just really like it so far. It's just nice having something new and something uncracked and just good and solid in my hands. So yeah, that is this first part. Will be right back with how I feel on it, or feel about it, and see you guys soon. Okay, so I've been using the Google Pixel 4 XL for a week, and I'm just going to give you a little quick thoughts on how I feel about it, because it has been a completely new experience. Now, coming from the Pixel 2 XL, I've noticed this phone has ran much faster using just the data, the LTE, and it's just much faster than the Pixel 2 XL. Things load faster. It just feels like I'm getting more out of my service, and the videos run smoother. I'm able to pull everything up much quicker on the go when I'm not in a place with Wi-Fi. So that's really nice. The fingerprint reader, I've noticed I don't really care too much about. I do end up trying to go for it a lot, and of course it's not there. I haven't tried face unlock just because I don't feel like I need it, and then there's the whole thing that your siblings may be able to open the phone, and there's just a whole list of disclaimers, and I'm just like, you know what, I'm not going to bother with this now. So I can't really comment on how good that is. So I just use input codes, and that works perfectly fine. Now, you are also able to save like your passwords in the apps. There's several ways to do that and save them online, so you don't have to worry about having to fill it out each and every time if you don't want to. But personally, I don't mind it. Other than that, I've noticed the speakers, they do sound a bit louder and clearer than the Pixel 2 XL. I have played the Pixel 2 on max volume, and I was even told, what's wrong with your speakers? Even though I was completely fine with it. Other people just didn't find the quality as good. The speakers on this phone are definitely louder. I will say that they are louder to me. The only problem is they're on the bottom and not the front now. And a lot of times when I'm watching videos, I am holding where the speaker is, or playing music. My hand might be covering it up, and that's just a little inconvenient. But other than that, speakers are better, I would say, than the Pixel 2. The whole interface is completely different and new to me. It took me a bit to figure out actually how to get around. For example, to get into all my open windows, you just gotta pull the little bottom, and sorry because I'm actually filming on the phone right now. You pull it up from the bottom, the little menu, and stop it barely even halfway, and there's your tasks. There's everything open. Took me a moment to figure that out, and also how to go back in the windows. You slide the sides of the screen. I did look up. I honestly caved in and looked up because it was frustrating me. But a few seconds after looking it up, a little try doing this window popped up, and I was just like, well, Google, you're already listening to everything I'm saying. Why didn't you do this earlier? Other than that, it's just little bits like that has me, learning new things about this whole Android interface. And I can get where people say Google is cutting corners, because coming from the Pixel 2 to the Pixel 4, pretty much what you're getting is just updated Android and better camera. Because honestly, the camera does look better. It handles low light situations much better than the Pixel 2 XL. And I've been filming with the Pixel 2 XL so you guys can see the quality of this video versus the other videos. Now, I'm just using the standard settings that the phone came with. I haven't played with them. I did play with the Pixel 2s. I actually lowered the settings from the 4K just so the files aren't so big and are faster to transfer. So that's just personally gonna look a little bit better anyways, just because I'm using the current settings, which are definitely higher than what I was recording with on the Pixel 2. But it does feel much more smoother. And the charging and the battery. Now, the one problem I've had is using the USB-C charger through my laptop. It will charge super slow. It'll say charging rapidly, but it'll say full charge in 8 hours, versus if I just stick it into a wall or into my portable charger, then it will say charging rapidly and charge twice as fast. So I don't know what's with that, if it's just my laptop doing that, but it didn't happen with my Pixel 2. Otherwise, the battery itself does drain pretty fast, I gotta say. There are a lot more, a lot of different things that you have active on the Pixel 4, and I turned a lot of things off on the Pixel 2, and that's why the battery for me was definitely longer. There's still some things I left on the Pixel 4. I did turn off where the screen is on when you're near it, because I've noticed that's just a drain of battery itself. But I don't have to charge it too many times. I usually charge it when I'm ready to go to bed. Or if I'm just home and I'm not using my phone, I'll just sit on a charger just to give it a nice quick charge. Takes a couple minutes and it's good to go. Otherwise, if you are just using the phone for heavy gaming or video use, you'll definitely be given a couple hours, a lot of hours, before you're just like, okay, I gotta definitely plug this in. But if you're home anyways and you're just laying around, might as well have a charger near you or a portable charger just to charge it up. So I have no complaints about that. The battery does last a little bit less than the Pixel 2 for me, but that's just because there's so many things running on this phone, especially that motion sense. There's a lot of things you can turn off and get that to run much smoother and use less battery. So those are just my few thoughts. Like I said, I didn't get too far into the phone just because it's only been a week, but the phone itself is such a beautiful phone. I have a beautiful case on it and a nice screen protector, and I just really do think it is an upgrade from the Pixel 2, minus the things you're missing, like the speakers change and the fingerprint reader, and if those are very important to you, maybe wait for the next 4A to come out or stick with the Pixel 3. But I wanted to jump up 2 generations and give this one a try just because I'm not too picky with my features of a phone. And for my daily use, which is just, using phone for pretty much what everyone else does, all your daily tasks, internet browsing, YouTube browsing, music, and just using those throughout the day, normal use, it's a perfectly good phone. And then especially if you're looking for something with a good camera, the camera's still good. Like I said, even better than the Pixel 2 to me, just because it handles lighting situations much better. Because right now, I'm definitely in a low light setting, which would definitely look worse on the Pixel 2 if you've seen my other videos in this same kind of light setting. Otherwise, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and end it up here. I know it's been a very long experience. I'm not a professional, but I do love technology and just giving my thoughts as a normal average person, how I feel about it, and maybe how it will come off on you. So if there's any other questions or anything I really didn't cover, because there's, like I said, there's so many features on the phone that I barely even touch. So it's just, right now, they're just complete computers packed into these little devices. So there's so many things you can do with them. And I'm rambling again, so I'm going to go ahead and cut this off and hope you guys have a good one.